We're backsliding again today. Today we're throwing the Jackall Revoltage Drift Craw 4.0. There he is. Couldn't get him up and over. Northern Strain style. Hit that like and subscribe. Let's go.
With a spinner in front and a skirt behind, a big bass setup gonna make her mine. Now she shimmies like a snake and she wiggles like a worm. For that little skirt his desire did burn. I'm a fishing man out on a lake. I got a boat full of tackle and a pole that'll never break.
All right, the Jackall Revoltage 4.0. Earlier this year I did the King drift crab, which I'm gonna just say this right off the get-go, I liked that bait over this one for skipping docks and for the back rig technique. The extra weight that the King drift crab had over this one just made it so much easier to skip, at least for me anyway. But here it is. It's 4 inches long, and it's got the heavy salted body. There's the tentacles, flat on the back side, rounded on this side. It's 13 grams, so it's just under a half ounce. Maybe once you get your hook into it, it'd be about a half ounce. But you can use a 2-aught, 3-aught hook. And what we're going to do is with this backslide technique, the weight of the majority of the weight of the plastic is down in this end. So when we rig it up, we come through here and just bend it up. And there's your setup. There we go. Good. Way up in there. It's got me wrapped around the poles. There we go. I don't think we're gonna boat flip this one. Now we're gonna. Man, I've been throwing a lot of backsliding baits this year. The backslide or backglide technique has become a staple in my fishing game now, especially when I'm gonna skip docks, because man, when you're skipping docks with these soft baits and they're rigged up backslide style, especially if you're a beginner and you're learning how to skip docks, it's all soft plastic. So if you're banging into the pontoon or the boat lift and the dock, it's not going to make half the noise a jig would, you know. So it's a good way to be discreet without, you know, ringing the dinner bell or hitting the goal post, you know. But also too, the way the bait's rigged up too is the weight is down in the bottom part of the bait, and your hook and everything is going with the cast. So I mean, it just skips amazing, and it's definitely the technique I would recommend to a beginner over a jig, over anything. Would be, if you want to skip docks, learn how to do the backglide technique, or just buy a bait for the backglide technique. There we go. Right by that back tire. A little tater chip. Take him. And man, I was just, throwing it everywhere, skipping it under docks, hitting isolated pad clumps, and yeah, had a good old time. There we go. Good. And oh, nice. So with the majority of the weight down here and your line tie back here, when it's casting, it's just all day. There we go. This bait had a decent slow fall to it. Is it my favorite back slide bait of the year that I threw? No, it's probably, out of the 5 I threw, it's probably number 4 or 5, to be honest. But it's a smaller bite size bait, so if they're not hitting the bigger bait, hit them with something smaller. There he is. Oh, heck no. That rock bass.